Hi guys, it's a beautiful afternoon and we had some rain yesterday. Now it got cold. It's gonna get colder, so we're gonna try putting the cows out in the field, and we'll just feed them out there and let them graze, but we're gonna make a windbreak for them out of cornstalk bales. So I loaded that load of bales up, so Seth and I are gonna go get the Kubota since it's got a cab, so we can unload those to be a little more comfortable. You can come along and we'll show you what we're going to do.
John's, and we're going to pick up the Kubota, and once that thing gets warmed up, take it home, and we're going to use that to distribute the bales and also to leave at home in the heated shop while we're on vacation. So Ben has a nice tractor to do chores in. Well, this tractor needs to warm up a little bit, but it was running not too long ago, so I'm gonna idle it up, we'll let it warm up, and then take it home. Y'all can see our big lot of corn shuck bales out there. That's a lot of bales that were fun to make. The seat's got too much air in it. That's a familiar occurrence. As Dad pulls up, we're going to put several bales by the water there to kind of protect it from the wind so it doesn't freeze, and also so the cattle have a windbreak when they're drinking. After we put the bales there, we're going to go to a low spot in the field behind our house and just put all the bales out there on end as a windbreak. Okay, as you can tell down there, we've got 4 bales set up around the water to kind of protect it from the wind. Now he's got the rest of the bales on the pickup truck, and he's going to take them down and we're going to put them in the dip.
So I got the bales all set out. I wanted to put them in a U shape for southwest, west, and northwest winds. The reason I'm doing all this is because, hey, I don't want to haul manure if I don't have to. And when you got animals confined to the barn, it takes a lot of bedding, and then that means a lot of manure hauling.
That black line you can see out there is the line of bales that Dad put up as a windbreak for the cows. Now we're gonna go out and get a load of hay out of the winter feeding station. Because we're going to the winter feeding station, that means I gotta take the strobe off this tractor real quick. All right, I now have the strobe off this tractor. You might be wondering why that is. It's because this tractor doesn't really fit in that shed and we gotta take the strobe off. This is totally a do not try at home, but I just got finished with an epic 2-wheel drive tractor burnout. We're gonna put it in 4-wheel drive and see if we can do an epic all-wheel drive tractor burnout. Don't try this at home, kids. Don't. Just do not. Do not do what I do, do what I say, okay? Ooh, nice and slippery. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, where's a good spot to do this? Ooh, right here. Perfect. Alright. 5th gear. Front wheel assist engaged. Up. That's looking good. Alright. We're just gonna go full sand and... Alright. All 4 wheels are spinning. Ready? Set. Going for the ditch. 23-mile-an-hour wheel speed, and we're hard. Whoa! Woohoo! Oh yeah, buddy. Oh, that's so much fun. Woo! All-wheel drive burnouts in a tractor. Who'd have thunk? Kind of fun though. Actually, it's really fun. All right, Dad is here. I'm gonna start loading him up now. Well, Dad is gonna head out now. I got him all loaded up. We can only put 14 bales from the old baler on this thing, so he's taking off. I'm gonna close up the gates and follow. All right, that's latched up. Now I'm gonna follow Dad out and shut that gate by the road and we'll be home. Okay, so we're back home now. Magnum's checking out the bales for rodents. And Dad's gonna get all these bales unloaded into the hoot building.
So the other night, Seth taught Ben how to use the Kubota a little bit better. He hadn't really run it much. So Ben got to do it because we're gonna take a few days off and Ben's gonna do the chores. So then after that, after supper, I got a couple more loads of hay to fill this barn back up. And I'm dressed like this because it was below zero last night, and it's like 7 degrees right now with a light breeze, but it feels pretty good out here. I got my balaclava on, or whatever you call it, to protect my face a little bit. We're hoping to head out. If the weather's good, we're going to go out to Pennsylvania, where my wife's from, and spend a little time out there. Seth and Elizabeth are both going to go with us, and we'll spend a little time with the 10th generation. We'll get to see Eric and his family and his father. Actually, we stay there with his dad, so yep. So we'll get to see him from a wintertime perspective. So the reason I like to put the cows out as much as I can is because they like it better, number one. And number two, I don't have to bed them up and spread the manure then, so they're spreading their own manure. And the ground's solid right now, so we don't get a lot of pugging in the fields, because our ground, when it's freezing and thawing, it just makes a mess when the cows are out. But hey, it's not thawing right today. People wonder what pugging is. It's when the cows' hooves go in like past their hocks, you know. They make 6 to 8 inch divots in the ground everywhere, and that really tears the ground up for long term. So we want to really try to prevent that. Yesterday we spread a couple bales out here. They can graze on the stalks, and there's some hay and waterways in this field, but we spread a little hay every day. We'll spread a little bit later this afternoon just to make sure that they're full, but looking at them, they all look nice and full. And the calves all have their winter hair coat on. I know a lot of people, this is February, there's people calving and have been calving for a while. Are calves born with a winter hair coat? No, they have a summer hair coat, and they come out wet. And if it's 0 when them calves are dropped, what's the chances they're gonna survive? So when people ask about how my calves are, I say, well, they're all in the hot tub. The hot tub meaning they're still in the womb, and they will be born when it is warm outside, like in last half of May and June. So that's when we like to calve, and it's amazing how few problems you have when you calve when it's warm. So I'm going to take you over now and show you the windbreak I made for the cows, because the one thing they need is shelter from wind. And well, being here on the prairie, there's not a huge amount of shelter from that. So we'll walk over here. So I laid out a bunch of cornstalk bales in kind of a U shape, so that whether the wind's coming from the west or northwest or southwest, we've got a nice shelter where they can all get behind and be protected. So this is the view from the northwest side. So see, the wind picked up a little bit, and the cows are all there just enjoying the warmth and being out of the wind. So here's where the cattle drink from. The bull and his buddy are on this side of the fence, and the rest of the herd's on the other side. But so when it's freezing weather like this, I've got a valve in there that's usually on a float valve for when it's not freezing. But during freezing weather, we open this boiler drain valve, and it has water flowing, and you can adjust that. If it's real cold, then you open it more, but it's way easier to keep water open by having it moving, and it takes less energy to pump water than it does to try to heat water. And well, there's no there's no electricity close by except the hot fence, and that won't do much for making heat. So we just set it to run over, and then so there's a drain in here that runs down to the bottom of the waterway that's hooked to a field tile, and so that's where the water goes. So we don't have a big ice skating rink out here beside it. It goes underground. So we put some bales here just as a little bit of a windbreak, just to help a little bit for when the cows are up here drinking, and to keep the wind off of the, because when there's a strong wind, water freezes much more readily. With that being said, I think we're gonna sign off for the day. Remember to like and subscribe if you like our content. We sure appreciate it. And Mama D works really hard to edit all this, so just give a thumbs up. Thanks. Bye. This is how we soak up the rays in Illinois in February. I could feel the warmth on my face. This is the life of a Midwest farmer, soaking up the rays at the beach. Oh wait, it's not the beach, but that's all right. You think I can get enough vitamin D soaked in through the little bit of skin that's showing?